Hey, hello guys. Today we're going to solve this problem, diagonal difference from HackerRank, and this is a easy problem. So in this problem, we are given a square matrix, and as you know, a square matrix has two diagonals. The main diagonal, which is the left to right diagonal, and the other diagonal would be the right to left diagonal. So what we need to do here is find the sum of the elements in both these diagonals separately, and we finally return the absolute difference between those two sums. So let's go with an example. Here we have a 3 by 3 matrix. So, and the elements of the main diagonal, which is the left to right diagonal, would be 11, 5, and negative 12. So, their sum would be 4. And for the other diagonal, the elements would be 4, 5, and 10, and their sum would be 19. And we finally need to return the absolute difference between those two sums, which in this case is 15. So, let's go with the code. And before going with the code, you need to know how a matrix is represented in Python. If you know this already, you can skip this part. If not, a matrix is nothing but a two-dimensional array. So in this array, there's a main array which contains the rows of the matrix, and within each subarray, the elements represent the elements of the specific row. And to call an element within the array, within the matrix, you need to know the index of the row and the column. So for example, to call this element 3 right here, we know that it's in the first row, but since indexing starts from 0, you need to use the row index as 0. And for the column, it's the second column, since this would be 0, 1, and this would be 2. So the column index would be 2. So using this, we can call this element right here. And now let's go with the code. First, we'll create a variable to store the order of the matrix, since we'll be using that a couple of times in the code. So the order of the matrix would be nothing but the length of the length of the number of rows or the columns. Since this is a square matrix, the number of rows and the number of columns would be the same. And then we'll initialize two variables to keep track of the two sums of the two diagonals. Let's call them sum1 and sum2, and we initially set it to 0. And then we need to iterate through each row in the matrix. For that, we need to iterate the number of times, which would be nothing but the order of the matrix itself, since the number of rows is equal to the order of the matrix. And during each iteration, what we need to do is find the element which forms the main diagonal as well as the other diagonal, which is the right to left diagonal. And for that, uh, as you can see here, the elements of the main diagonal are 1, 5, and 9. And what you can note here is that the index of the main diagonal elements for both the row and the column will be the same. For example, when the row index is 0 and the column index is 0, what you get is the first element of the main diagonal. Similarly, you can go on for 0, 0. Similarly, you can go on for 1, 1, and 2, 2, like that. For you can start from 0 and go on till n for a n by n matrix, and the elements which you would get for that would be the elements of the main diagonal. So during iteration, we can use the iterator variable I itself, and both the row and the column would have the same index, so we can use I for both row and column. But for the other diagonal, which is the right to left diagonal, we'll start from row 0 to n. So for the row index, we can use the iterator variable I directly, but for the column, as you can see, we are starting from the last column, and the number of columns would also be equal to the order of the matrix. So we can, for the column index, we can use the order of the matrix. But since the number of columns here is 3, but indexing starts from 0, as I told you, so it would be 0, 1, 2. So you can subtract that 1 from the order to start with the last column. And then during each iteration, we go on to the next, we go on to the previous column. So in this case, we are starting with the third column, and then we are going to the second, and then we are going to the first column. So indexing wise, if you see, you'll be starting with 2, you'll be going on to the first element, and then to 0. And so what you need to do is subtract the iterator variable from what we have already got here, which is order minus 1. This order minus 1 is to start from, that is from, since for this matrix the order is 3, so we'll be starting from 2, and then during the next iteration I would become 1. So we'll be at the first element of the first column, and then we'll be in the 0th column, which in this case is 7. So we need to add the corresponding element to the corresponding sum. So we'll use sum1 for the main diagonal. So sum1 plus equal to, as I said here, the main diagonal is just the index. For the main diagonal, the index would be same for the array and the column, and the index we can use direct for the index we can directly use the iterator variable. And for the sum2, it's the other diagonal. For that, as I said, you can use the iterator variable for the column, since you'll be going from column 0 to n, but for the for the row you'll be going from 0 to n, so you can use the iterator variable for the row index. But for the column, you will start from the last column, which in this case is order -1, since we are using 0 indexing, and during each iteration you subtract the iterator variable so that you reach the first column at the end of your iteration. So we have added the sum of both the diagonal elements, and we finally return the so at the end of the iteration we will be having the sum of the two elements separately in the variable sum1 and sum2, and we need to return the absolute difference between these two variables. So return abs of sum1 minus sum2. This should work. Okay, let's submit the code. Okay, okay, fine. So what we have done here is we have created this order to keep track of to store the order of the matrix, since we are using that a couple of times in the code. And then we initialize two variables to keep track of the two sums, and we initially set it to 0. And then we create the for loop to iterate through the row, and during each iteration we add the main diagonal element to the sum1, and for the sum2 variable you'll be adding the element of the other diagonal, which is the right to left diagonal, and then we finally return the absolute difference between these two sums. That's it. Thank you for watching, guys.